Hello and welcome to the broadcast. Perhaps we have a message for you in the broadcast this Tuesday afternoon, approximately. I'm not quite sure what it is. Mid-July 2026. Approximately mid-July 2026. The Lord perhaps has a message for you. Something I experienced. This is approximately, I'm not quite sure, but if you get this, I'll upload this video today. Hopefully, you'll know what date this is. Approximately mid-July 2026. The Lord has something to say to you, or weather forecast from the Meteorological Office, God's Meteorological, Holy Spirit's Meteorological Office, and on the internet for Christian dream symbolism. If you, what interpretation of the dream or the vision might be, they're relatively accurate if you type in for the Christian symbolism, dream, vision interpretation. What it might mean, but basically, I'm now slightly over 63 and don't feel that age in my spirit. I don't feel old. And rehabilitation some years ago after working in school. And while I was working in school, I was doing other sort of jobs elsewhere. And basically ignored by a lot of my colleagues in school who did not like who I was as a tea drinker, or that's what I felt they thought anyway. And anyway, to cut a long story short, the school was a sort of Culloden Academy was curtailed, and I was in Inverness, and via the Craigdenane Hospital, which was quite generous to me, the staff there. I then went to Aberdeen after that, I was qualified technical teaching certified certificated person. Basically wanted to stay in the Highland region at that stage as a person who's not adventurous. Could have taught in England theoretically. I was told I could teach in England with a qualification. However, I'm not an adventurous, bold person. Anyway, after Culloden Academy via Craigdenane Hospital, I went to a rehab place in Aberdeen, approximately 3 years. And during that time, at a guess, 1993 perhaps. At a guess, perhaps 1993, while I was packing boxes with Grampian Health Board folders and sheets at the Unicorn Rehabilitation Centre in Aberdeen, thinking about other jobs at the time. And I had a dream from the Holy Spirit then, basically saying, due to the education system, which I had limited experience of, but not much experience of as a qualified teacher working as a school technician in Inverness Culloden Academy, and as a pupil from previous years, and approximately leaving in 1981 from Kingussie High School, Highland Region Council, and basically had a dream then about the education system. And 50 years ago in Aberdeen, when I was at the rehab centre, it was a dream, I guess, from the Holy Spirit about what God thought about the education department. It featured a Kingussie High School scene from my younger years, and it was a judgment of God on the education system. And I had that dream 50, 60 years ago. over the last 1 or 2, 3 years, and although I'm a qualified technical teaching diploma craft and design technical teachers, certificated to teach in Scottish schools and English schools. 50 years later, the BBC News reports in recent years, I think I could be wrong, in the Norwich Ipswich area, in recent years, this is 2026, 50 years later, the education system in England is so bad at times that the teachers in England, the ordinary classroom teachers, have gone on strike in certain areas, saying that the trouble in schools when they're trying to go in and do their job is so great that they're on strike about the government doing something about schools. And that's the education system. And that's 50 or more years ago. And in the Devon area, where I visited temporarily in the Ilfracombe area, there has been some bad weather in recent years in the Devon area, and basically I had a dream, and Scotland is not, in the weather forecasting department, God's weather forecasting department, hurricanes do not happen in Scotland, the weather-wise, but approximately 2026, the dream happened for me and others. While certain residents of certain areas in Scotland were away enjoying a weekend away, a break from their work in other parts of the country, while they were away in Scotland, in the South Queensferry area, avoiding not going anywhere near the Bathgate area, that the dream happened about mid 2026, 2 to 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. There was a hurricane high up in the weather department, the meteorological office in the spiritual realm. They can type in to your, while the people were away, unawares on having a break from where they stayed. And while they were away, the hurricane happened in the South Queensferry area. Not going near the Bathgate area with their relatives, but basically when they came back from their week away, their weekend or break away, there's no damage done to their place, and that there was some damage. And the hurricanes do not happen in Scotland. They're wet in the Met Office, in the meteorological office. Hurricanes do not happen. It is in the spiritual realm, and this Christian dream symbolism will tell you on the internet what that might mean. They're away. The incumbents were away that weekend, having a break elsewhere when the hurricane hit the area, and the hurricane was high up. And there's some report that the properties of the people who were away for the weekend, there's no damage to the property, the people of God, or perhaps not the people of God. There's no damage done in their areas when they got back. But there has been some report of some damage in the Queensferry area. That dream, hurricane was high up, and it went, didn't go anywhere near Bathgate, and it went in the South Queensferry area, the 34th Rail Bridge area, Stephen Henry area, sink the black, sink the pink, sink the blue, sink the green, sink the brown, and the hurricane was high up, and a spiritual dream hurricane, which then went out over the North Sea. The hurricane was very high up, and it was high up anyway, and went out. It didn't go anywhere near the Bathgate area in South Queensferry area, and didn't damage the properties of the people who were away for a weekend break. Well, it happened. They went back to their properties from their break, and there was no damage done. The hurricane high up then went way out over the North Sea, and it's a meteorological, spiritual realm weather forecasts. And it's worth noting that that was Chulot dream confirmed by another source from the Holy Spirit, supernatural miraculous manifestations of the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Hurricanes do not happen in Scotland, and it was a hurricane high up, went out over the North Sea after reports of no damage or minimal damage in certain areas around the Firth of Forth, and cleaning up the damage or mess from it. And the people came back from break, and this hurricane high up went out over the North Sea. It's worth remembering that dream was in the spiritual realm, confirmed by another source, approximately mid-July, early July 2026. No such thing, no such phenomena has been heard of in Scotland before. But it's worth remembering, that's an Education Department board issue. Placards at school teachers protesting in England, Norwich, Ipswich area, about the conditions of teaching schools, what it's like trying to teach in schools. And it's worth remembering that 50 or more years ago, having been in a school and on the way doing other things after that, a short deja vu in the Aberdeen Rehabilitation Centre, filling the cardboard boxes with Grampian Health Board folders for them with paper sheets. I had a dream then 50 years ago about very bad weather. It was a dream in the spiritual realm. So the gestation period of the Aberdeen dream to the bad weather happening due to God's judgment on the education system, whatever he judged it for, that's mystery to me. The gestation period from the spiritual realm in Aberdeen, the judgment on the education department, to manifesting more in the real world was some number of years. So if we've had a spiritual realm dream mid-July, early July in 2026 from the Holy Spirit, confirmed from another source. Scotland hurricane high up. Hurricanes are not heard of in Scotland previously. A spiritual hurricane. Reports of some damage, no damage. Of people who are away enjoying their hard-earned break away for the weekend when it happened, go back to their property. Some reports of damage and other reports of no damage. And it could be, if that was in the spiritual realm, mid to early July 2026, if the dream from 50 years ago, supernatural miraculous manifestations of the gift of the Holy Spirit, word of knowledge, word of prophecy, word of wisdom about the meteorological office weather forecast, God's supernatural spiritual forecast about the climate. It could be a gestation period where that to happen, and it could be a figurative parabolic message. Might not be literal, might be a gestation period of 3,000 years, where that, if and when that were to materialise or manifest in the natural realm for human eyes and ears and their senses to see in the quali-eye department. The last time it took 50 years for it to materialise. So I'm just telling you what I think, putting out into the world spiritual weather forecasts. Who knows when or where or if that's true or not. But that's the dreams that I had, and it could be wrong. And it could also be figurative, parabolic, metaphoric, and other worlds. So, food for thought. 14 minutes, 46 seconds, and I will upload that video to YouTube. So, no damage done to the houses and areas where they went away for the weekend when that tornado passed over high up. and I went away out over the North Sea. So sprinkle a bit of spirituous in the red blood on the lintels and doorposts, and there'll be no, for the lamb, there'll be no harm in your immunity. So stay blessed. Thank you.